What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction video, and in this one we have 4 reasons why China struggles to dominate the skies against IAF, which I assume stands for Indian Air Force. Now, before we dive into this, if you guys would like to support the channel by becoming a member, all you gotta do is hit that join button down below. Receive exclusive benefits that I know you guys would enjoy. But we're gonna go ahead and dive into this video.
Imagine this, the world's 2 most populous nations, both nuclear powers, going head to head in a fierce battle for air supremacy that could decide the fate of Asia. As tensions simmer between India and China, one question looms large. Can India's Air Force truly take on the mighty dragon in the skies?
Can they? Can they for real?
The India-China rivalry is no secret. For decades, these Asian giants have jostled for regional influence, their border disputes simmering like a pot waiting to boil over. But amidst the heated rhetoric and occasional skirmishes, a silent arms race has been underway. And its ultimate showdown may unfold not on land, but in the air. You see,
I feel like that's just kind of the way the world is going to where, or the way the world is being. Into where, yeah, your number one strategic superiority is the air. If you can dominate the air, I feel like you can dominate the war. But that's I guess that's how it's been for a while. Maybe not how it's going, but how it's been for a while. But the air is probably the most important aspect to be able to dominate.
Nations have been building up their aerial arsenals at a frenetic pace. China's People's Liberation Air Force now boasts a staggering fleet of over 2,000 combat aircraft. India's Air Force, the IAF, has around 900. But, as any Top Gun fan could tell you, it's not just about quantity. It's about quality, skill, and tactical acumen. And that's why India might just have a few aces up its sleeve. So strap in and get ready to soar, because we're about to reveal the 4 ways Indian air power could outmaneuver the Chinese dragon if push ever comes to shove. But first, let's set the stage for this epic aerial face-off. For years, India and China have been locked in a tense border standoff along the Himalayas. Flashpoints like Doklam, Galwan Valley, and Pangong Lake have become household names. But while the troops stare each other down on the ground, a bigger game is afoot in the skies above. China's Air Force has been on a modernization overdrive, inducting cutting-edge fighters like the J-20 stealth jet and the J-16 strike aircraft. They've also got a dense network of air defense systems and radar stations that can track targets deep into Indian airspace. But India's no slouch either. The IAF has its own elite fleet, spearheaded by the Russian-built Su-30 MKI air superiority fighter and the French Rafale multi-role jet. They've also got the homegrown Tejas, a nimble little fighter that's fast becoming the IAF's darling. So who would win if these aerial armadas actually clashed? While the China might have the numbers, the IAF could punch well above its weight by leveraging 4 key advantages. And that's what we'll dive into next.
I'm very intrigued because, yeah, when you think about the numbers, it's like, sheesh, like China's got about a little bit more than double the aircraft that India has. Which, I mean, while everything's not about the numbers would play a huge factor, and numbers are important. But and they've been going towards modernization, so they have very up-to-date fighters. However, he's saying, what it sounds like from him is he's saying that India actually has the better quality fighters, from what I heard in that first 2.5 minutes. So let's keep it going.
Let's talk about the IAF's trump card, the qualitative edge. Numbers aren't everything in an air war. What matters more is the quality of your jets and the skill of your pilots. And on that front, the IAF has a definite edge. The IAF's premier fighter, the Russian-built Su-30 MKI, is a beast of a jet that can outmaneuver any Chinese fighter in a dogfight. With its massive payload, jaw-dropping climb rate, and advanced avionics that can track multiple targets simultaneously, the Su-30 MKI is a force to be reckoned with. And let's not forget the IAF's latest addition, the French Rafale multi-role fighter. Armed with the deadly Meteor missile that can shoot down enemy jets from over 100 kilometers away, the Rafale is a game-changer in the IAF's arsenal. Sure, China has the J-20 stealth fighter, but it's still plagued by engine troubles, and the IAF's future AMCA stealth jet could negate that advantage. Plus, India's existing fleet is nothing to scoff at. The bottom
Yeah.
line? In a head-to-head fight, the IAF's top jets could run circles around their Chinese counterparts. As one
Ooh.
IAF veteran puts it, the Su-30 is the IAF's ace in the hole against China. Next, let's dive into the IAF.
Dang, well, while numbers definitely do play a big factor, if the Indian Air Force had, like, if the fighter jets are this much better than China to the point where they can run circles around them, then yeah, that definitely cancels out that numbers problem. Because if you can run circles around people, you can, you know what I'm saying, hit people from further away. You can see multiple enemies at once. You can do all these incredible things. And China's most modern jet may have engine issues. Then yeah, I mean, it sounds like India's quality of fighter jet might just be able to overtake China's numbers advantage.
IAF's second ace, operational expertise.
Okay.
A jet is only as good as the pilot flying it, and that's
Agreed.
where the IAF truly shines. Indian pilots are among the most combat-hardened in the world, with the IAF having fought in multiple conflicts since World War II. From the 1965 and 1971 wars with Pakistan to the Kargil conflict in 1999, IAF pilots have shown time and again that they've got the right stuff. They train relentlessly, clocking in hundreds of hours in realistic combat drills and honing their skills in the world's toughest terrains, from the Himalayan heights to the deserts of Rajasthan. What's more,
Oof.
the IAF regularly trains with the best air forces in the world, from the US to France to the UK.
True.
They even take part in the prestigious Red Flag exercises in the US, where they routinely outshine their Western counterparts. The result? A crop of pilots who are technically proficient, tactically adept, and battle-ready. As a US Air Force general once remarked, the IAF is one of the most professional air forces in the world. Their pilots are top-notch. The third ace up the IAF sleeve is something the Chinese can't match.
God dang, so not only do they got better quality planes or better quality jets, but now you telling me they got better quality pilots as well with much more experience. Yeah, China. Yeah. Y'all want to F with that IAF. It sound like y'all do not want to F with the IAF.
The high ground advantage. In an India-China air war, the Himalayas won't just be a scenic backdrop. They'll be a key battleground. And that's where the IAF could leverage its biggest ace, the high ground. You see, the IAF has been operating in the mountains for decades. They've got a network of air bases and advanced landing grounds in the Himalayas that give them a huge tactical advantage.
Oh.
From these high-altitude launch pads, IAF jets can swoop down on Chinese forces in the valleys below, while Chinese fighters struggle to take off with heavy weapon loads in the thin mountain air.
Oh.
What's more, the IAF has honed its skills in mountain warfare through years of experience and special training.
Jeez.
They've got helicopter units that can insert special forces behind enemy lines and C-130 that can airdrop supplies to troops in remote outposts. As one IAF planner puts it, in the mountains, we can bring air power to bear in ways the Chinese can't match.
Dang.
The Himalayas are our great equalizer. Finally, let's talk about the IAF's fourth and final ace.
Another
Strategic
one?
partnerships. India's ace in the hole could be its friends in high places.
Yeah.
Over the past decade, India has been building strategic partnerships with air powers like the US, France, Israel, and Japan, and these ties could tilt the scales in India's favor in an air war with China. Take
Facts.
the US, for instance. The two countries have been holding joint air exercises like COPE India and Red Flag, where IAF pilots train alongside their American counterparts. The US has also been selling India
Oh
cutting-edge
my
weapons like the
God.
Apache attack helicopter and the Chinook heavy-lift chopper.
That helicopter looks like an absolute monster.
Then there's France, which has supplied India with the game-changing Rafale jet and the deadly Scalp cruise missile.
Oh my
Israel has been
God.
helping India boost its drone and air defense capabilities. These partnerships give India access to top-notch training, technology, and intelligence that could be force
Dang.
multipliers in an air war.
Facts.
As an IAF chief said, our strategic partnerships are a big part of our deterrent against China.
Yeah.
So there you have it, the four
Yeah.
aces up the IAF's sleeve. But what does this mean for the future of Asia's skies? Make no mistake, The India-China air rivalry is no sideshow. It's
Yeah.
part of a bigger geopolitical chessboard that stretches from the Himalayas to the South China Sea. As these two giants jockey for control of the Indo-Pacific, air power will be the ultimate arbiter. China knows this,
Yeah.
which is why it's building artificial islands with airstrips in the South China Sea and
Oh,
setting up
wow.
anti-access bubbles to keep rivals out. India is responding by bolstering its air and naval presence in the Indian Ocean and teaming up with partners like the US, Japan, and Australia in the Quad Alliance. In this great game, the IAF's four aces, quality, skill, geography, and alliances, could be India's trump cards. By leveraging these strengths, India can ensure that it won't be outgunned or outmaneuvered in Asia's high-stakes air contest. But the IAF can't rest on its laurels. It needs to keep honing its edge, inducting new technologies and deepening its partnerships. Because in the unforgiving arena of air combat, you're only as good as your last dogfight.
Facts.
So what do you think? Does India have a shot against China in an air war? What other advantages could India bring to a future air war with China? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video informative, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more great military content. As always, thanks for watching.
Yeah, I feel like just bringing out these four aces, I feel like India definitely has the advantage when you look at it. At the beginning, I'm like, China's military air force, it's going to be a lot larger, so I don't know. But then when you bring out the quality of the jets, when you talk about the quality of the pilots, when you talk about the Himalayas and India being very experienced and flying in the Himalayas, and while China's probably not, and with their heavy weaponry, it's really going to drag down their machines or their jets. And then finally, you talk about strategic partnerships. It just seems like, yeah, India definitely has the advantage in the air. India has these four aces that I think would neutralize China, and I see is definitely a big deterrent for China being willing to attack India. And I think that the more time India has, the stronger India will become as their economy continues to grow, as they continue to put more money in their military power, their military strength. The more time passes, the stronger that they'll grow. And so then China wouldn't dare attack them at a certain point. But hopefully these two countries never have to go to war in the air, in the water, on land. They never have to go to war, and they figure out, I guess, how to coexist. But that would take both countries, I guess, coming to the table, and they'd have to decide on some things and come to agreements on some things. Let me know how you guys feel in the comment section, please. If you happen to enjoy, don't forget to subscribe, give a video a thumbs up, and then check out that next video. I'll see you guys next time.